Okay.
Oh,
Yes,
oh,
I'm getting my withdrawal symptoms.
I didn't know energy drinkers got withdrawal symptoms.
When you're an addict like me, you do.
Jesus,
Kids, if you're watching this someday, be better than your father. Be better than me.
you're not their father.
Yet. Yet.
Jesus.
Okay. Uh, you wanna intro us?
Sure. Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us for the 11 Count podcast where Eddie and I get together every couple of weeks to bitch about wrestling. Today on the menu, I guess we're probably going to be talking about the WrestleMania kickoff.
Yeah, we got AEW and WWE. AEW a lot more minor because we're going towards WrestleMania. Like, gee, I wonder which show is bigger right now.
Yeah.
Um, Let me see. Do you want to start with? So bear in mind, it's been 2 weeks since we did the show, so I kind of want to go from what happened to what was gonna happen to this, like, to the pivot. So
Mm-hmm.
after we recorded last episode, that's when Cody did the promo on Friday where he said, "I am gonna come after you, Roman, but not at WrestleMania." And then
Mm-hmm.
out. So very heavily implying that we were gonna get Rock versus Roman at Mania. And then the backlash happened. What did you initially think of all that?
I mean, I thought it was a no-brainer. We've invested almost 2 years in Cody.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. The first run when he came in, he gets injured pretty much right away, and so the storyline or like the story, like finish my story, doesn't really come up until WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Like before that, it's really just him wrestling good matches,
Yeah. He
and
wrestled the trilogy with Seth, gets in
yeah,
back at the Rumble.
yeah. So he doesn't really have like the finish my story thing going until WrestleMania. So we've probably been in the finish my story era for like a year and a half,
Yeah, I think it's fair to say about that.
or we are going to be in a year and a half when WrestleMania comes around.
Yeah. So we get that, but then Cody cuts that promo of basically I'm gonna step aside so The Rock can fight you. And Cody looks, according to all,
I know prior to that, I had told you, no, watch the promo. He never once says like I'm not going for the belt. And then I rewatched it and I was like, oh shit, like he did.
yeah,
And I was just like, I don't know. The tough thing about wrestling is that it can always be a work. Always.
yeah.
Everything can be a work. So we as fans, we have no idea whether it's true that that the initial plan was to get Rock versus Roman at Mania, and Cody was gonna step aside because honestly, I don't think that was the case because that would have been a waste of a Royal Rumble.
Well, okay, so do you know about the backstage reports about The Rock's contract with TKO?
No, just that he's a part of the board, no? Or head of the board, whatever the fuck.
He is part of the board. So part of the deal of his contract with TKO was that he had to wrestle at Mania this year. He had to main event. Now, this contract stipulation was not made public. It was only the board, like people who had to know. And according to all reports, Triple H had no fucking clue. That's why at the end of the Rumble, you see Rollins in like one suite and you see Roman in the other. And Cody is very clearly like, fuck you, I'm going for you, Roman. Like, he points
Yeah.
at Roman. He doesn't even point at the fucking sign. He points at Roman. So that was all happening. And then after the fact, it comes out that The Rock contractually has a main event at Mania he has to do.
But I always hate those initial report stuff because it's rumor. It's all rumor mill. It's never factually proven.
I mean, that's fair, but here's the thing: no one's ever going to come out and say because like these reporters that report this have
Yeah.
sources like in the company.
Oh,
Like
I'm sure they do, but it could be the fucking guy that gets them the water.
you never know, man.
Oh, dude, I saw when I was giving Rock his water, I saw his contract. I think I saw something about WrestleMania in there.
then it's at public discretion then, but either way, that's the report we have to go off of. And the report was Rock is contractually obligated. There are financial incentives for him. If the company,
Look, it's wear a hat tomorrow at work.
what kind of hat are you gonna wear?
It's a wear sports hat.
Oh, okay. Patriots or what?
Yeah.
Hmm. Real quick, who are you going for in the Super Bowl?
Honestly, I was going for the Niners.
Same, fucking same. I'm anti-dynasty.
Um, well, that too is purely selfish reasons. The last team to win back-to-back Super Bowls was the Pats
Uh,
before the Chiefs did it yesterday. But no, I mean, I like I like Purdy's story mostly that he keeps getting told like he's a game manager, he's a game manager. He's not that great. And in all honesty, yesterday they did kind of prove that because man, Christian McCaffrey was earning that paycheck yesterday.
dude, McCaffrey, I was dead set if the 49ers had one, he should have been MVP if they had one.
Oh, he was gonna win MVP regardless, like no doubt about it. Purdy was not gonna win MVP. It would have been McCaffrey. McCaffrey was the fucking workhorse yesterday. And to be honest, I don't give a lot of flack to the 49ers. With the amount of injuries they were dealing with yesterday, it's amazing that they got to overtime.
I think, man, I don't think Brock Purdy, he's better than a game manager. I do think that. Is he all elite, like an incredible quarterback? I don't think he's up there yet, but no one really starts out that way. There's only what, his second year?
Yes.
I mean, not many quarterbacks are in their second year and they're doing that well. So no, I would keep Purdy. You know what? If the Cowboys wanted to trade Dak Prescott to the 49ers and we get Purdy, I'd be okay with that. I'd rather have Purdy
Well,
than
they traded for his backup, so that's good, I guess.
Trey Lance, please God, develop. Pull us out of
Well, I'm
this.
hoping the Chiefs get picked apart in free agency and they die.
Well, Mahomes is going to demand a bigger contract. All I want is
No.
Travis
If
Kelsey.
he's smart, if he's smart, he'll make his money outside of his NFL contract. And he already has a huge contract. He has a 10-year contract.
Yeah, worth 50, and then they bumped it up to 55 because someone else got paid more than him.
Yeah.
So
So I doubt like he's gonna get I doubt he's gonna go for any more money because if he's smart and he wants to go to the Super Bowl again, he's not gonna take more money.
I think his ego is going to push him to take more money. I could be wrong. If I was an NFL quarterback at that level, I think I'd be cool with like 20 mil and be like spread the money out to give me good people because I'm not that good. Give me the best
Yeah.
wide receivers, the best line, and I'm good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I guess.
that's just me. Fuck, man, McCaffrey fucking deserved that one. Jesus, Kittle kept going in and out too. I remember that. It was a good game,
Yeah, it was all right.
but yeah. But okay, so The Rock is implied to face Roman Reigns. Fan backlash for like 3 fucking days. And then on Raw, it's finally left kind of ambiguous as to what's going to happen because of the fan backlash. And then we get to, I think, what we really want to talk about was that press conference.
Well, even before that, he was on McAfee's show calling out the Cody Rhodes fans, calling them Cody crybabies.
Was that Roman or Rock?
Rock.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, he was on Pat McAfee's show before the press conference.
Oh, so he was going to go heel the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought you knew. Yeah, he popped
oh.
out on that podcast and he was calling them the Cody crybabies.
I mean, let me ask you this. Did he say anything about the death threats to his daughter?
No,
Oh, okay. That's one thing I don't get. Like, why the fuck are you gonna threaten the kid of the dude who's pissing you off?
his
Like,
fans are stupid. They always have been.
but see, I wonder, was that a lot of fans? Or was it like one or two dudes that were being dipshits? That's one or two dudes
Oh,
too.
honestly, even before you told me, I didn't even hear about any of that.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, she deleted her social media.
Oh, Ava?
Yeah. Oh, she deleted Twitter.
The the NXT superstar?
Yeah. Well, now she's the NXT GM.
Really? Why?
I have no clue. Maybe she wasn't developing enough. Maybe they're trying to save her from injury. I don't know
Wasn't
what.
she a part of that
Yes, she was.
that group, the Charlie Manson S group?
Yes, and now for some reason they have her as the GM of NXT. Maybe wrestling just wasn't working out. She didn't like it, so she was like, "Fuck it, give me an on screen authority figure."
That's stupid.
But yeah, so they got that down. Um, do you think like more reports say, and I believe this one, The Rock doesn't give a shit if he gets booed or cheered. He just wants to print money. I
Yeah,
would say that's true.
he doesn't give a fuck. I
You
was
think?
watching Ruthless Aggression
Uh,
season 2
yeah.
where they talk about Hollywood Rock, where he pretty much is like he's getting booed by everybody because he's going to go do movies and then coming back and then leaving and going to do movies, and he just goes heel. He's like, and it's pretty much just it's the same deal.
What's called? I don't think Rock really gives a shit. I'm inclined to agree with you there. Like the
No, I don't think he does because he works good as a babyface or a heel.
I kind of
As a heel, he can do more.
I think Rock I think and other guys have said this, it's funner to be a heel because it comes natural to most guys. It's easier.
It's just you have more range. When you're a babyface, you can only do so much.
Yeah. Well, also the shit that you can talk. Like you can tell the fans,
Yeah.
y'all bitches are jealous because the watch I'm wearing right now is worth more than most of your cars, let alone your.
That's why, like, it gives you more range.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, as far as Rock going heel is concerned, I didn't see that coming, but I'm happy. I'm happy that they're turning him heel.
Oh, you mean that he did the whole like when you talk about him and you talk about his family, you're talking about my family. You're not really related.
So actually, I did watch a video about that. They
You're
are
not.
not by blood.
So you mean the only way that it counts?
No, okay. It's like, did you grow up having a Theo that wasn't really a Theo
Yes, I know the concept.
like that?
It's my sister's godparents. They're not related to us at all, but
Yeah,
because they're my sister's godparents, we've always called them Thea and Theo.
pretty much. Yeah, that's how the Analog
But
family is structured.
you didn't know that?
What do you mean?
Like that's how they're related? That it wasn't it's not through blood, it's that their families just were just super close together.
No, well, yeah, it's because I see people arguing online that, well, they're not really blood. Yeah, but that's not the only concept that matters. Mm.
They're not blood.
But and seemingly yesterday, speaking of the Super Bowl, yesterday there was a commercial that maybe hinted because Triple H also talked about how this year's WrestleMania 40 would honor the last 40 years to some degree. So people are speculating that the main event of WrestleMania Night 1 might be a tag match, Rollins and Rhodes versus The Rock and Reigns. And then the next night, Rollins will defend his title against whoever wins the Elimination Chamber, and Cody will fight Roman in the main event.
Hmm, maybe.
I feel like they owe Seth the main event at some point, man. Like he's never main event at WrestleMania, except that one time he stole it.
Yeah, where he cashed in.
Yeah. Which shit, imagine if Rollins wrestles like fucking Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest cashes in.
Mhm. I mean, I just hate that I truthfully hope that the belt gets taken off of Roman because I'm so tired of that belt just not being used the way that it's supposed to be used.
I mean, it's entirely possible that he fucking cheats, keeps it, and holds on to it until I think you'd have to hold it until Survivor Series to become number two ever.
I think if he cheats and keeps it, the fans turn hard.
Uh, and what?
Mm.
They're not gonna stop watching. They
Mm,
unfortunately they're not gonna stop watching.
you
I wish
never
they would.
know.
They won't.
You never know because right now fans are tuning in because I mean they're hoping that Cody wins and he wins the belt at Mania.
Yeah.
But I don't think fans will be ecstatic for another year.
Hmm.
And they're lucky that they don't have WWE Network anymore because if they had network, imagine how many people would like cut off their subscription. The only reason people aren't going to cut off their subscription is because it's connected to Peacock.
That's true. There's no financial incentive.
Yeah, so it's not like you can tell, oh, we lost a bunch of people because of Roman winning. Like it's Peacock. You never know. Like people could stop watching because they don't like the shit that's on Peacock. Because let's be honest, Peacock doesn't have a lot of shit on there to begin with.
Watch Ted. Ted's fucking great. Watch that
I
shit.
I was watching it. It's honestly it's like watching Family Guy. Except I'd rather watch Family Guy.
Really? I like Ted more.
No, I'd rather
Dude,
watch Family Guy.
that episode where they play the bully's dad, you don't think that's hilarious?
I mean, it's funny, but I'd just rather watch Family Guy.
Okay. So we have those speculations. There is another thing I want to bring up. I guess I'll talk about Elimination Chamber and then ask you this next part.
Sure.
So for Elimination Chamber, is it this Saturday? I don't think so, is it?
No.
No, it's oh no, we still got like 2 weeks. So for
Yeah.
now, who do you got? Judgment Day or British Strong Style?
They're wrestling against each other?
Yeah, for the tag titles.
I mean, the tag titles have just become so irrelevant. Like in WWE, like it's so sad on how far those belts have gone.
That's because, dude, they need more tag teams than just the Usos and the
Ex-
New Day.
Exactly. And the New Day, they're trying to push them as heels.
Which I don't think that's smart, but all right, fine.
I don't know if it's smart, but I wouldn't be surprised if the New Day is also pushing for them to be heels.
I mean, to do something different, I wouldn't be surprised.
Exactly.
But also, that's crazy that fucking former WWE champion Kofi Kingston and former King of the Ring winner Xavier Woods can't get fucking booked on a B pay-per-view.
Honestly, I think it's gonna be British strong style. Um, because the New Day really isn't anything without all three of them.
I no, I wouldn't agree with you there. I would say they're missing a lot with Xavier with Big E, but I don't know if I'd agree with you saying that he's nothing.
I I've never thought that Kofi was great. Like he's a good wrestler, don't get me wrong. But like he's not great on the mic. His he's just not he doesn't make me want to tune into one of his matches. And then is Xavier Woods also. He's a good wrestler, but he's never gonna be great.
I mean, yeah, he'll never be. He's a future Hall of Famer for sure, barring any incidents. I just
Not by himself. He's a future Hall of Famer with the New Day.
Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
Hmm. I,
Kofi too. I don't think Kofi is a future Hall
oh,
of Famer
Kofi
without
by
the New
himself,
Day.
dude. All the IC championship runs. Yeah, I would say he's a future Hall of Famer by himself. I think,
If Shelton Benjamin's not a Hall of Famer with all his IC title runs, then Kofi isn't either.
well, one of them has a WWE title to their name.
True, he lost in like a month.
How the hell is Scott Hall going to be a future WWE champion? I'm a future Hall of Famer by himself, but not. But how can Scott Hall have a better claim to the Hall of Fame than Kofi Kingston? One won a world title.
Him and Kevin Nash changed the business.
They changed the business with Hogan.
Mm, not
I think the
really.
Hogan heel turn was a bigger factor than like them going to the.
It was a big factor, but them showing up on Nitro was a far and away
It was
bigger
a big
pop.
deal. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna say it's not a big deal, but I mean, but anyway, fucking wait. Okay, so you got Strong Style beating Judgment Day. Why?
I just hope Judgment Day loses.
Why? They're hot right now.
I don't find them entertaining.
You're
Like
just
the Dom stuff has gone way past like enjoyable.
uh-huh.
And I'm just like I'm over Dom. I'm over the whole dirty Dom bit and all that shit. Ray Ripley, I mean Ray Ripley's gonna be Ray Ripley with or without Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Damian Priest, I think he's the most underutilized fucking talent ever. Because what the fuck was the point of winning the Money in the Bank? Um, what's his name? Finn Balor as well, first Universal Champion, and then gets injured right after the match, and he hasn't done shit since.
Poor motherfucker, man.
Yep.
He God damn it. All right. So you got very strong style. Ripley versus Nia Jax. I think Ripley.
Ripley, they're not gonna change the belt before this close to Mania.
No. Do you think she goes on last though? Because it is in her home country.
No.
No?
No.
Fair. You think
But
the
what I think is funny is what have you noticed they don't call it the women's world heavyweight champion? They
no.
just call it the Raw Women's Champion.
That's stupid. Why? For branding or
Exactly.
what?
I don't know. But that's what I thought that was funny. Like they don't call it the women's world heavyweight champion.
That's stupid, but okay.
I guess
Or
because
the
they don't
world
want to
heavyweight champion.
call women heavyweights.
But like that's not a disrespectful term unless you mean it disrespectfully.
Exactly. But I don't know. I don't get why they don't pull the trigger on it.
Yeah. But Rhea Ripley, oh shit. And she's number three longest reign ever when you combine the days. She's number three. Huh. Okay. Combined days. And she only has one reign. Damn, not good for her. Okay. Let's see here. We also got so we got two elimination chambers. I think it's easy to say Becky Lynch is gonna win the women's chamber. That's not a question. For the men's, who do you got? We got Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton have already qualified. The remaining guys, Bronson Reed versus Bobby Lashley. I think Lashley qualifies.
Yeah.
Ivar versus LA Knight. I'm gonna say LA Knight qualifies.
Yeah.
We got Dominic Mysterio versus Kevin Owens. That's the only iffy one.
I think Dominic qualifies.
Think so? All right.
I
And then
think yeah, I think Dominic qualifies because I think Owens is gonna fight Logan Paul
I mean,
at Mania.
well, in the last one, we got Logan Paul versus Miz to qualify. Logan Paul?
I think Miz. I
Really?
think either Owens. I think Logan Paul interferes in Owens' match, and Owens interferes in Logan Paul's match.
That's fair. All right, so we got Kevin Owens versus Logan Paul at Mania. That's what you got?
Yeah,
Fair. All right, so of the men's chamber, who do you got that's going to face Rollins?
it's either honestly from that group, I would say it's either gonna be Drew McIntyre
Mhm.
or LA Knight.
Honestly, I kind of want LA Knight. I wouldn't be surprised if.
I do too. Like I would love for LA Knight to win the world heavyweight title.
Do you think there's any world that we live in where Dominic Mysterio wins it, and then there's beef in the Judgment Day between like Priest and him? Like, you gonna fucking cash in on me or what?
Uh, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. I think it'd be a waste, but sure.
Or they set up Priest to challenge Cody after the fact so they can hold all the top gold and then right. You know, there's a lot of interesting stuff you could do with the Judgment Day breakup, but no. But all right.
Yeah.
I think that's all the WWE news I got. What about you? What do you got? Do you got
Well,
anything?
we haven't really talked about the press conference.
I feel like we talked about the best parts of the press conference.
Not really. We haven't gone into Rollins. I mean, not Rollins. Well, Rollins introducing Cody and then Reigns popping up
Yeah.
with Rock and then
Oh, that
Rock.
those aspects. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
we haven't
definitely.
gone over that. Did you think it was actually gonna go down like that, or did you think Cody was coming out?
I assumed Cody was going to come out and announce his decision. I thought they would have done it on like a Raw or SmackDown. I did not think they were going to do that at a press conference.
Oh, of course they were. Where was the press conference? Vegas. What was the major event happening in Vegas this month? The Super Bowl.
So supposedly they only did it in Vegas because Rock was nearby. Otherwise, they would have done it in a smaller venue. It was a free to attend event. Only
Mm.
2,000 people showed up. Only 2,000 people showed
Well,
up.
remember the Super Bowl was also taking place.
That's true. Well, they what they want to do apparently is in the future they want to make these WrestleMania kickoff press conferences
Hmm.
be a regular thing and hopefully grow it like almost like fan access, what that used to be during Mania weekend.
What'd you think of Triple H's response on
On
Raw?
SmackDown
Was
or
it Raw or SmackDown?
I think it was on SmackDown. It was the day
Was it on
after.
SmackDown?
Yeah. Where he's like, you need to know who's in charge here and all that shit,
He
right?
pretty much slayed his dick on the table and was like, "You're gonna listen when Daddy speaks."
Oof. I don't know, man. Corporate Rock. We haven't seen Corporate Rock in a very long time.
I mean, what's Corporate Raw gonna do?
Fire Triple H, they could attack him. Because the thing is, Triple H can't wrestle. Like, unless there's some medical
What's he
advantage.
gonna do? Beat up a cripple?
Yeah, probably, man. Look at fucking Rollins. We're gonna step on Edge's neck. Remember that one time?
Oh yeah.
So I mean, they could do some like vague action. I guess you could hit him with a rock bottom probably, and then Rock will be gassed before he's done with the people's elbow.
Yeah, but I don't think Rock has any real power over WWE. I think he's honestly there. I think he's just there as a figurehead.
Oh, you mean in the real world?
Yeah, on the
Oh
board.
no, dude, he's on the board. Like he does have powerful sway. His guy Errol Hawani is considered a backup plan if anything goes down with Triple H.
I fucking hate Ariel Helwani.
How come?
He's just a whiny bitch, dude.
Wait, is it Errol Hawani that's The Rock's personal writer, or am I thinking of someone else? The
I don't know.
Rock's.
Ariel Helwani is a longtime UFC MMA writer.
Sorry, Brian Gewirtz. Wrong guy.
Yeah, Gewirtz is a
Is right.
longtime Raw writer.
Yeah, and but now he used to work with The Rock a lot. Now he works a lot with $7 and writing a lot of The Rock's movies. He's the backup plan. If you know how they said that they're gonna clean house with Vince McMahon's guys.
Hmm.
Um, if they have to clear out Triple H, Brian Gewirtz is tapped to be the next head of creative if they do get rid of Triple H. So when you
Which I think would be stupid because Triple H, when Triple H is in charge of something, he actually does really well.
well, not just that, dude. Imagine the trust that the wrestlers have in Triple H because it's like, oh,
Exactly.
one of us. Brian Gewirtz goes in there. I mean, hey, I'm from the wrestling guys. Yeah,
Like, don't
but
get me wrong. Brian Gewirtz was a good writer during the Ruthless Aggression era
yeah,
and the late Attitude era.
yeah.
But I don't think he's as good of a creative person as Triple H is right now.
I don't
Especially
know.
when all he's done is suck uh the Rock's dick for like the last what, 5 years?
I mean, Brian Gewertz's paycheck probably says it's not a big deal, if we're being honest. But but yeah, I mean, I would rather have Triple H.
Who else
Maybe
is on
I'd
the
wait for it.
board?
Huh?
Do we know who else is on the board?
Uh, Wrestling wise, I don't. I think Dana White maybe might be on the board. Let me see.
No, Dana White's the president of the UFC. That's pretty much it.
Let's see. TKO Board of Directors, Board of Governance. We've got Jesus Christ. Some of you know any of these guys. Mark Shapiro, not that one. Peter Boyan, Egon Durbin, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Brad Keywell, Nick Khan, who is childhood friends with The Rock. So I'm pretty sure he'll back him. Stephen Conan, okay, Jonathan Kraft, Sonia Median.
Jonathan Kraft. Robert Kraft's son?
Oh shit, is he?
Is it?
President of Kraft Group LLC. He is currently serving on the board of directors of Kraft Group. Mr. Kraft served along the board of directors. Shit, it might be actually, dude.
I think it's the same Jonathan Kraft whose dad owns the Pats.
Let's see, Packard and Dexter Seinfeld trustees. I mean, yeah, I'm inclined to think so. Yeah, man. Holy shit.
Hmm.
So a Patriots dude. Okay, there you go. Board of directors. So yeah, that's TKO's board of directors. I would say that they would back Rock over Triple H every day of the week. I'm not I don't know these people personally, but the fact that Nick Khan is on his side, I think says that they back the Rock over Triple H in a heartbeat. Uh,
Yeah, maybe.
but the thing is, I don't know. I don't think the Rock is inclined to really destabilize WWE right now.
I don't think Triple H has done anything worth getting rid of him.
No, but the association alone, like we've seen people getting taken down for less. Like, dude, I didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, but you're best friends with the guys that did something wrong. So they get punished.
Mm.
Vince is still his father-in-law. Like, they're not friends. That's his fucking in-law. I don't know.
Yeah, is Jonathan Kraft the son of Robert Kraft?
Oh shit, there you go. All right, so we got the Patriots in TKO now. God damn it, WWE. And then we got the Jaguars with AEW. It all comes full circle. The
Yep.
next AFC championship has been decided. Please God. Uh, but yeah, so okay, we get the press conference, and then we get the after effects where it's weird because The Rock is walking and Roman is right behind him, like in tow,
Like
and
his
it's
bitch,
like, huh?
like his bitch.
I was gonna say, man, it's kind of reminds me of like when it's like it's gonna sound real bad, like the big dude in charge and like his little brother that's gonna be taking over, like and
Yeah.
it felt like that, like a mob boss and his like the next Don.
It
Um,
honestly felt like Roman's not in control.
which is the first time I've seen him act like that in a very long time that he was in the background. But I mean, if The Rock is the only dude that can overshadow you, I think you're doing something right. Uh, and then he kind of cusses out Triple H a bit and tells him to get their shit in order or he'll do it.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, it's a work. It has to be a work.
That part I believe is a work. Like I think they kind of came to the consensus of the story that they're gonna tell. Because again,
Well,
Rock.
even Triple H going in on The Rock on SmackDown is also a work.
No, that has to be. No, no, no.
Yeah.
Any semblance that I said that they might get rid of Triple H has nothing to do with the creative. It's purely Vince fucking him over by association. That's it.
Mm.
Um, but no, I don't. Hopefully, they don't get rid of Triple H anytime soon. But yeah, what else happened at the press conference? Rollins backed up Cody.
Mm. Curse out The Rock.
I really, dude, Rollins fucking deserves a WrestleMania main event, man. He has busted his ass. I feel bad for the guy, and he's injured right now.
He's the only fucking working champion aside from Gunther.
That's true. Logan is not around, actually. I didn't realize that. You're right.
Like,
Fuck.
well, I mean, Logan just became champion, but I mean, with longevity, Gunther and Rollins have outworked Roman any day of the week.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't mind, like, okay, if Cody's the WWE champion, he's gonna defend that belt fucking everywhere. You know it.
Hmm.
Um, what do you think? So here's something we haven't mentioned yet. Io Sky versus Bailey. I like this. I like
Hmm.
the fact that this storyline's been going on for over a year now.
Oh, you mean how Bailey turned on damage control?
I would say it's more like how Bailey escaped damage control because they treated her like shit for like the past year. Not the past year, like the past 6 months.
True.
Um, but yeah, so she's gonna challenge Io Sky for the title at Mania. Bailey's another one that like she fucking deserves it. But I also think part of it why they're pushing her so hard, besides it being a good story, is the fact that her contract is also up in 2024. It's up this
Mm.
year. So I imagine this is like a hey, please don't leave with Sasha. Please stay, please.
Nah, I mean, let's be honest. They didn't really lose much when Sasha left. She got injured and she kind of just got put on the back burner.
I mean, I'm really hoping she does a lot with AEW. We can talk about that later, but I do hope that she has a positive effect. Because lately they have been booking more women's wrestling, even if it's a little more. They've been doing.
Is Jade Cargill in the Elimination Chamber?
No, I didn't even see that she was in any qualifying matches. They did say that she is going to be on SmackDown. I caught
Mm.
that.
Do you see Braun Breakers jumping to SmackDown or jumping to Raw or SmackDown?
No, I didn't see that. I believe you. I just didn't see it. Okay.
Yeah,
For the women's qualifiers, Cargill's not there. It's Liv Morgan versus Zoe Stark. Wait.
Liv Morgan wins.
Yeah, Liv Morgan, Zoe Stark. We also got Tiffany Stratton will face Shotzi, and then Naomi versus Zelina Vega.
Tiffany Stratton wins. And then Naomi against who?
Zelina Vega. I'm saying Naomi.
Mm.
I mean, she just returned. Like, of course they're gonna give her that spotlight to do something at least.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah. Do we have any other WWE news before we jump to AEW?
No, I think that was pretty much it. What AEW news do we got?
Just a few small things. So to start, we went to our first Collision show. We were on TV technically, slightly. Our legs were on TV. How'd you
Mm.
like your first AEW show?
It was weird, to be honest.
Why?
No, just like the instances of bringing in people like with no entrance whatsoever, like just slipping them through, and then like yeah, It was a little odd.
We saw what, four? We saw three dark matches with Ring of Honor. They were short matches.
God, those Ring of Honor matches
Great.
they were not great.
They weren't. They were fine. They're
They were
the
so not great. I'm pretty sure a lot of people did not stay for that last match. Did you ever find out what match it was?
it was a fatal four-way tag match. I know that. I just don't know who the fuck was wrestling.
Jeez.
But yeah, we saw our first AEW show. I thought it was interesting. I like the fact that
I will say this. Their
uh,
setup is nice.
yeah,
Like the collision setup looks nice. Like compared to Raw and SmackDown where they just have the giant LED screen.
yeah. Well, and I'll say this actually, I didn't know this. I found out after the fact. So, AEW Dynamite, they're doing A towns, right? Like they're doing like Washington, D.C., San Antonio, Austin, the big towns, right? Apparently, they're using Collision to break into smaller territories. That's why they brought Collision, but not Dynamite. They're like, okay, it's a smaller venue, smaller area. Let's do Collision there. Let's start to break in to see if we can expand more.
Not surprised. I mean Collision's not that big of a show.
Not at
So
all.
you don't need a huge venue to fill it.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of curious how many people showed up. Like, I wanted the count. It was like a 2,000, maybe more, hopefully. We'll see.
Probably because I mean remember a lot of those seats were empty. Well, at least on the camera, the hard camera side.
No, yeah, the upper deck was empty also.
Yeah.
Because the arena is like two halves, right? The bottom half, that shit was pretty filled out for the
Yeah.
match. Second half, not so much. Um, but yeah, okay, so we had that show. That was fun. As of right now,
You didn't buy the belt because you pussied out.
dude, I'm not gonna spend $850 on a belt while
You
I'm
know
trying to
you
stay at the
wanted
fucking
to.
house. Huh?
You know you wanted to.
Oh, yes, I wanted to, but no, that's
You
irresponsible.
should have listened to the voices in your head like Randy Orton.
Oh, look, you have two title belts. Just lend me one of them. That's it.
I tried to. You didn't want to take it to the fucking venue.
Yeah, I know. I was scared. I was gonna, dude. Be honest. With my luck, I would drop it. It would crack or it would get
You
stolen.
probably would have gotten compliments.
I,
Like,
I
oh, dude, nice belt.
fuck that. Nope. I don't want to be responsible for other people's toys.
Mm-mm. It's not a toy.
You know what I
The
mean.
decoration piece.
I don't want to be responsible for other people's decoration pieces.
Whatever.
It's like letting me drive your car. Shit's gonna make me nervous because I'm like, oh fuck, this isn't my thing. If I break it, I'm fucked.
Whatever.
Yeah. But so as of right now, for the main event of Revolution, we got Joe versus Swerve versus Hangman in a triple threat.
Oh,
Which
so that I thought they were doing a match to decide between Swerve and Hangman.
they did, but it came down to a draw. They timed it.
Wow.
If you watch the match, they timed it perfectly to where Swerve hit his finisher, got the cover. The ref legitimately counted 1, 2, mid hand, out. Timed out.
Mm.
Mid hand. Perfectly timed. So I'll say that. The match was good, but Joe's defending it in a triple threat. We got who else? It's gonna be Adam Copeland versus Danny Garcia. Winner takes on Christian at Revolution. So we got that match. We
Mm.
got, God damn, there's a bunch. They're setting up Revolution right now, but it's very clear it's falling behind to WWE right now, unfortunately.
I mean, that's because they have a lot of fucking belts that they could make title matches for.
They have too many belts though.
Exactly. I told you that.
I no, but I've been inclined to agree with you the whole time. Like they need to condense
Like, honestly, I think that TNT belt should be gone. I think it should be gone and just keep that, or
all
what's it
Atlantic,
called? Yeah. What was it called before?
all Atlantic, or all international championship.
Yeah,
Is it all
probably.
Atlantic now, or is it international title? Let me see.
I think it's the international title. I think it was originally called the All Atlantic.
Yeah, it was the All Atlantic. Now it's called the International. See,
Yeah.
I'm dead ass convinced, and I will fucking die on this hill.
Deadass, what are you, a Gen Zer?
Yes. Uh, the TNT is clearly a secondary title. They should have made the International Championship the world title for Collision. It's that fucking simple, but whatever. Fuck me, right? I am just.
You have to make the belt bigger though.
I think
It-
Orange Cassidy did a good job. The problem's been
no,
Mox.
I mean like the size. It's not a big belt.
Oh yeah, it's not that big, but it's a beautiful belt. You gotta admit, it looks nice.
It looks nice. I'll give you that. Like it does look nice.
It
But
looks like something cool.
I think these new rebranded TNA belts right now
Uh-huh.
kind of take the cake for design on both sides with AEW and WWE.
I think, yeah, dude. Oh shit, we didn't talk about that. Did you hear that the main dude from TNA got fired?
Oh,
Literally the dude, let me see, TNT firing. I think Scott something. Scott Damore?
mm.
He's basically the dude that kept TNA alive during the worst days. Like,
Oh, you mean the guy that said we're coming back to TNA?
yes, that guy.
Oh, wow.
He got
That
fi- I
that
don't know why he
sucks.
got fired, man. Um,
Poor guy. He was like, "We're coming back to TNA. By the way, you're fired."
the thing is, dude, is like he protected TNA when they were down to the studs. He got rid of everything and said, "We're gonna start from scratch and we're gonna build and make them." TNA is arguably the hottest that they've ever been right now. The hottest that they've probably been in like 10 years
I'm surprised TNA hasn't died yet.
because of him, man. With the
You know,
exception of like a year or two, he's been there the whole time since they were founded in 2002.
like I thought TNA was on death's door for a good while.
Dude, everyone did. Everyone forgot. Oh shit, TNA is still working. But no, he kept it alive. And sure enough, dude, Anthem let him go because they want TNA to be more in line with Anthem. Like they want synergy, apparently. So they got rid of him.
Anthem,
And
Jesus,
dude, the wrestlers were fucking pissed.
I would be too.
I really hope, man, if I hope AEW picks him up. They could use someone like him to take some of the load off of Tony Khan's shoulders.
Oh, you mean the giant boy, the boy that's there playing with his toys?
And man, that boy is the son of a billionaire who has his own wrestling company.
Daddy, I need a stadium, Daddy, so I could play with my toys.
You know, we let me ask you this. You make fun of him, but be honest. If Tony Khan called you up and offered you a job, you would fucking take it.
How much is he offering me? If it's in the six figures, of course I'm gonna take it.
He's offering you $300,000 a year to be color commentary
So
on,
150,
yeah, 150K a year to do Rampage.
because tax is gonna take away pretty much half of that.
You're calling Rampage an hour a week.
Sure.
Done. God, I want to send a letter to Tony Khan. I want to be like, look, let me help you book. Just let me be a writer, please. For the love of God, let me be a writer. I already wrote fucking Mercedes Monet going to AEW. Fucking the video's out.
Hmm.
Fucking go watch that video. But yeah, you got anything else you want to talk about before we go?
I don't think there's any other news that pops into my head about wrestling so far.
Not the moment. By the time we do this next episode, a chamber would have happened, so we'll have an idea what's going down at Mania.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what's going down at Mania. Um, I don't know. I was still thinking about the AEW thing. I was like, for such a fucking big ass roster, it feels like they have fucking nobody right now.
I mean, let's say Sting is retiring to the Young Bucks, Orange Cassidy. Fuck you.
Not Sting, the guy that's carrying the entire company on his back.
Man, well here, let me ask you this. He has the tag titles, right? Do
Uh,
you have him win and relinquish the titles in a nice heartfelt moment, or do you have the Young Bucks just beat the fuck out of him and like, he goes out on
I have him lose.
he goes out on his back?
Every wrestler should lose to leave.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Um, yeah, that's about it. Bernie, you want to hit the outro?
Sure. Thank you for joining us for the 11 count this week, where we talk and bitch about wrestling. Please join us again in the next couple weeks, where we can finally, if nothing comes up in wrestling, we can get through the Montreal Screwjob, where Vince McMahon was in every right to get rid of that piece of shit Bret Hart.
Jesus.
So I'm Bernie. This was the 11 count podcast, and you also have my reluctant idiot.
I swear to fucking God. I'm the owner of this channel. I just want to make that clear. The boss, Eddie. Make that fucking clear.
Like I said, reluctant idiot, Eddie.
I fucking
And
hate
this was the 11 count podcast. Let's Ring that bell.